Hello and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be taking a look at another classic racing game, this time Enthusia Professional Racing. I got recommended this game by a few different people and I happened to stumble across it in CEX and thought I would give it a go. It actually looks really quite interesting. So I am curious to see what it will be like. We're going to jump into the career mode. Going to start a new game, and I'm kind of expecting something along the lines of Gran Turismo and Sega GT and that sort of a game. I've just seen the Nissan. No, I've got a Micra. Please don't make me drive a Micra. Please don't make me drive a Micra. Right, this mode players can choose and drive different cars, and got to get to the top of the rankings essentially. Okay, we've got a class system to go through, a nicely lettered class system. We have got some various statistics on the cars, as you would expect, and then a category of vehicle as well. I've turned all of the assists off for this, and now, yes, choose from 12 cars. That's good, because I didn't particularly fancy a Micra. No, we're not going to be starting with a Micra. A fun cargo. I am suspecting there isn't much fun about the van, but we can choose from the van if we want to. Got more power and more torque than the Micra. Yes, indeed it does. It isn't much heavier. But next we've got a Beetle. Again, not particular fan of the Beetle. Let's skip over that one. A Polo. Well, at least that is the best car so far on this list. It looks like a people car. Yes, it is. What better way? They don't even know how much power there is or torque in it. They have absolutely no idea. That's quite, maybe it's a hybrid one. Maybe it's got like a super advanced, like Porsche 918 hybrid. I'm somehow doubting system in it. I'm suspecting not, but no. We could start with the people carrier. I'm not sure many people would have done. We've got one of the little wagon things, like the key cars. They're quite good fun actually. I quite like the key cars. We've got more of them as well. The Honda Beat. Yeah, these are good fun to mess around with, go racing with. So light. Not a huge amount of power, but light and fun to chuck around corners. The Suzuki Cappuccino as well. That's not quite what it's supposed to be called. I always call it that, though. And actually, one of these in the village that I live in, I see one of these around quite a lot. They're very, very rare to see in England. But there we go. A Mini. A Mini is a possible starting car. You can't really go wrong with a Mini. There is an MGB. Can't say I've seen that in very many games. It's another possible. That looks like a Cosmo at the end of the list. We've got a Nissan Bluebird here. I think I'm going to have to go for the Mazda Cosmo, though. Really, really, you can't go wrong with a Mazda Cosmo. So apparently it's in the speciality category. Whatever that means, we shall take it. What's spec come up? Oh, all of the information about the car. That's quite cool. Okay, yeah, sure. We can see all of the bits and pieces. Okay then, we shall go for. We get to choose what colour. Shall we go for a red Cosmo? Yeah, why not? And we will drive on a manual. I think that's a pretty nice choice of car to start a career mode with. Let's have a look at the main menu then. Okay, game. So we've got your join races and so on. Okay, it kind of works in a week-based system to compete in events. Sure, that could be quite fun. Garage and records, etc. You'll earn ranking points after completing a race. The ranking points from your best 9 races out of the past 12 weeks are used to calculate your total ranking points. So rather than kind of money and licenses to progress through the career, it's kind of more done on a ranking system. I can't see anywhere. Maybe we'll get to it doesn't look like we're going to get to a money tab. Your skill level increases, you earn skill points. Upon race completion, you earn more points by avoiding collisions and not crashing. Generally good stuff. In few points? Sure. These will increase when your car slides off the track or when a collision occurs. When you reach 0, you cannot join a race in the following week. Your maximum points and recovery rate will increase when your skill level increases. So it's punishing you for bumping into stuff, basically. That's a different way of doing it. I can't say I've seen that done in that sort of a manner. Normally it's kind of punishment in the forms of you have to pay money to fix up a car after a race. That's a different way of doing things. I'll see how that one there works. Tuning level, skill points earned with the car you have driven will increase that car's tuning level. So rather than an upgrade shop, you just drive a car more and then it gradually gets better, I guess, is how that one works. And then we've got the assists and so on. So we're at the year 1, month 1, week 1. Going to go and see what our first race will entail. Are we going to have to go through more? Okay, yeah. You can check the details of this week's races along with the course name. You can also check on the road conditions. There's weather in here. Time, course direction through the course icons. So road conditions. Does that mean we're going to have like bad road surfaces and that sort of stuff? And so we've got distance, number of laps, and number of cars. Race suited to your car and ranking is automatically selected amongst this week's list of races. Odds. This is determined by comparing the car's ability to compete in the races. The higher the odds, the harder the race it is to win. So the 8.4 is going to be bloody difficult. The 3.9 maybe not quite so much. Okay, sure. We can now select a race and find out. Yeah, we can work with that. I was curious whether we were going to have real circuits or fictional tracks. It looks like it is fictional tracks to me here. So we're in the novice category. I'm thinking we should probably go for the easiest of the races and just get us started really in this game. It is 1.5-ish kilometers long, 2 laps, and there are 6 cars. All of these. Oh, there's some that are 2 cars. Okay, so we'll have 5 opponents to try and not bump into. Yeah, let's go here. And these are the races you've selected. The ranking points acquired in each race are determined by ranking result times race grade times odds. So if you don't have a great car, you guess you can still do quite well. You can gain points for coming in other positions other than first, basically. So we've got to get 4th to try and get some points. Each race has a minimum ranking to enter. Okay, sure. I want to go racing now. You can choose odds. You can choose the favourite and win conservatively, but high ranking points can be earned when you're the long shot. You make it to 4th place in the race. So basically, what I was saying, if I've got a car that's not very likely to win, but I can scrape a 4th, the multiplier will give me lots and lots of points. Whereas if I go for the easy car and get an easy win, I won't get much of a multiplier. It's a little bit more complicated, I'll be honest, than I was expecting, but there we go. Cars with the higher odds are on the extreme left. This is also the order of the starting grid. Don't worry if your car is last. This means that your car has the most ability to compete in this race. Am I racing against a Corvette? I've got a Cosmo against a Corvette in an E-Type. I'm going to be murdered. I'm going to be murdered, I suspect, here. I think we are... Okay, we can. We're against a Fun Cargo. We're against a City Turbo, a Fit, oh, amazing, an E-Type, and a Corvette Stingray. Well, if we can get a 4th place, I'm going to be... We should be able to beat a City Turbo and a Honda Fit, maybe? I mean, the E-Type might be pushing my luck a little bit, but... Okay. This is not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting a more... I was expecting a similarity to Gran Turismo, Sega GT, all of those sort of older driving games. I was expecting a more currency-based progression thing. However, we've got to sort of play odds and calculate stuff. All right, I start in 2nd. Oh, what on earth have we got going on the screen here? That's an interesting little... have we got... Okay, so it is literally... bonnet, not bonnet, sorry, bumper or 3rd person. Ah! Honda Fit has arrived! Jesus, the Honda Fit is flying. Oh, don't bump into stuff, don't bump into stuff. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button because okay, I will get used to having cross and square as accelerate and brake. I'm so used to having triggers as accelerate and brake that my brain does struggle to deal with it when it's not. I've got the L2 and R2 and my gear up and gear down. Well, R2 is gear up, L2 gear down. And yeah, it's going to hurt my brain for a little while. Somehow I'm leading the race. Yes, Fun Cargo. Block the Corvette in the E-Type. Okay, please. But also, I've just realised that the oh god, the cross button on my PS2 controller is a little bit dodgy. I've really got to... They are supposed to be touch sensitive, but this controller is old and quite useless, and I could probably do with a new one. So I've really got to hammer it down to make sure that it actually is staying at full throttle. Right, rotary power is leading the way. I think one car, probably... Oh no, it's the E-Type that's coming for me. No E-Type, stay back. stay back with the horde of not quite so exciting cars. If you could do that. I mean, so far, he's got an interesting car list. I will give it that. We have got some different cars that you probably... I can't say I've seen a fun car, probably in a Gran Turismo game at some point, but outside of Gran Turismo, can't say you see these slightly more obscure cars. Oh, no, we're going to lose some more Enthusia points. We're pulling away from an E... How am I pulling away from an E-Type? That should be catching me. I'm also not quite sure what the arrows... Oh, well, the arrows up above... I don't actually know. What are the arrows up above, actually? I was going to say, I wonder if they were... Oh, no. Bad car. Well, no, say bad car. Bad me. Bad driving by me. I'm busy looking at all of it. There's just much information is being spewed at me, and I'm trying to figure out what it's actually trying to say. Okay, I don't know what the arrows are. We've got, like, I think a little G-force meter in the middle at the bottom there. The tyres were showing, like, temperature and steering angle, but I don't know what the arrows were saying. How on earth I won that, I don't know, and I got many a points. The Fun Cargo is in 4th. Well done, Fun Cargo. Well done indeed. Somehow I beat a Corvette with the with the Cosmo. So we're going to get lots and lots of skill points, although I'm going to lost some Enthusia points for bumping into stuff. Only had a couple. I had one bump into a Honda Fit, which is... Oh, wow. That's quite a nice little detailed thing that we've got going on. Full braking, off course, collision with a fence, collision with a car, overtake by player, overtake by opponent. I like that. That's really, really neat. We can... That is so cool. I mean, I don't necessarily have a huge use for it. That's really cool information to have sort of showing up there, like telemetry, so you can see what corner was it that you were struggling on, and so on. That's really, really neat. Okay, we are going to have got... Oh, rival car raffle. Corvette, please give me a Corvette, please give me a Corvette, please give me a Corvette. Come on. No. Okay, that is another... I'm liking... These are interesting sort of design features, design choices. I really like that. That's really quite a nice way of unlocking cars. So at the end of each race, I'm guessing you beat whichever of the cars that you beat, you unlock, and then you can then select that to run in these races. That is really nifty. That's got a lot of torque in the Honda City Turbo. Nice. Okay. Examine how the skill points are calculated. Range between 40 and 60 depending on the assist, so we have none, so we get the maximum. Bonus points, distance driven, ranking, and I got fastest lap, of course, so we lose for colliding with a car, colliding with a fence. And skill points for the car you have driven. Okay, so these are for accumulating on the car. So skill points, skill level increases when you've accumulated a specific amount. So, okay, we can press the triangle button if needed. And there we go. Tuning level up, so we've got a slightly upgraded car and a upgraded driver level. I don't know why I was calling it Cross. It's X on here. My brain is not used to a PlayStation. Anyway, for some reason it just clicked as to that I was working. You have leveled up. Max Enthusia points and recovery rate is increased. Recovery rate car change? I don't know if we change car. Who knows? Who knows? Yay! We have... Oh, do we get to choose where we apply points? Wait, reduced to level... Okay, no we don't. Okay, it does select for me. So the car is now slightly later than it was. Ranking points, we got 39. You can now enter RIV with 2 wins or completing 5 races. Okay, so we've got to get another win before we can progress to the next event or win 5 races. We're ranking 979, and we are now back full on Enthusia points, so we can get away with like a couple of bumps a race, but any more than that and then we might start getting into trouble. God, there is a lot of information being thrown at me. Stacks of information are being thrown at me right now. Search and select a car. So does this just bring up list? Right, okay, so all of the cars that we've... So all of the 12 cars that I had to start with are actually all unlocked anyway. So we can go and drive any of these at any time. Oopsie, I think I didn't mean to press that one. Yeah, okay. So all of the cars that we had to start with are unlocked. So it's not like an owning one of these cars. That was just the car to do the opening race in, basically. Okay. Okay, shall we go join another race? Let's see what we can compete in. The first one was relatively... Oh, great. So we have a... We have an 8.2, a 7.1, another 7.1, or a 2.7. That was at the same track. Maybe with 6 cars I might fare the best here. So this was going to be tough, I think, for poor me. Oh, okay, Cosmo. We are going to have some issues here. We've got a DB5, an A4, a Clio, and one of them, Aristo V300 Vertex. I've never heard of that car, but there we go. Can I was going to say, can I check? I don't know. I think the Cosmo's probably going to be faster than the City. To be fair, I thought I was going to get murdered by a Corvette last time out, and we won. And we were pulling away from the Jaguar, even when the Jaguar had got its way through the traffic. So, maybe we can throw up a huge upset here, get loads and loads of points, and then I would be happy with that. Let's try and not bump into walls. Let's make sure that I mash the accelerate button as much into the controller as I can to make sure that we are actually getting full throttle. And I think I probably prefer driving this from the third-person viewpoint than any of the others. Right, we are off and underway, and hopefully going to be able to get to the first quarter. If we can get to the first quarter first, maybe I will be able to defend for the entirety of a race. Though that might be quite difficult if we're going wandering out very wide through there. Well, this is an interesting... No, don't turn in too soon. This is a pretty race circuit that we are going around. In fact, if Team Cosmo... We've got another Mazda Cosmo in here. If he could make himself as wide as possible and make it really, really difficult to pass, that would be very, very helpful. And in fact, if we could win like a nice high-tier car, I think it would be quite good. Oh, no. Oh, piss. we might not have quite got turned enough there. So if we could win like a nice high-tier car, it might be quite fun. We've got speared by the other Cosmo. I mean, admittedly, I was not going very quickly through there because I didn't know how fast that corner was. But I'm not sure. Good. He's still in second. Team Cosmo for the for the victory in a way with a little bit of off-track excursion there. Oh dear, somehow I'm leading this bloody race. As I was saying before we got distracted. The Clio! I'm being hunted now by a Clio! That's not going to go so well. If we could get one of the faster cars, I don't know what, if there is a percentage, it's going to be more difficult for me to unlock the faster cars and whatnot, but, and try coming through the field, seeing as both of these races so far I have started from pole. I was really expecting to get a little bit more turning through there. I'll be honest, I was hoping. We did not quite have the grip to be doing that. Well, this is an interesting road surface that we are currently driving on through here. Come on, Cosmo. I don't know if there is a look back button. I don't remember seeing one in the controls. We're through the chicane. In fact, we pulled a massive gap. I think the Clio might have crashed behind me. Yes! Run, little Mazda! We are against all of the odds this time. We've got 4 seconds over the Clio. We're not going to go cutting the grass. We don't want to be doing any of that. And we will take a... I'm glad it was only 2 laps. I just thought I might be celebrating a little bit prematurely in all of that. Victory! Cosmo's got podium locked down. First and third for the... I think the AIs might struggle getting overtakes done, or they're bumping into one another. We beat the Clio by some 4 seconds. Come on, car lottery. We're going to get something more interesting because only, it's me and the other Cosmo, and we're not going to kind of be given another Cosmo because we've already unlocked. So we're going to get something interesting. Then we can look at the map. We had a little collision with the fence on the second lap. We had a bit more of a collision. The collision by car was not completely my fault on that one. I was taking the preferred line for across the sort of chicane, and I don't know where the AI car was going, but there we go. Come on, car lottery. Come on, car lottery. DB5 would be quite nice, or the Aristo, because I don't know what it is. I don't know when I select makes any difference to what car we're going to get. Come on, Aristo. Yes! We got it! Aristo V300. I mean, yeah, I have no idea on this car. What? Oh, okay. Maybe it's like a tuned version. I do recognise that. I'm thinking Toyota that it's based on. I do kind of recognise that. I guess this might be a modified version of that. Ah, okay then. Well, we have got a car. We lost some points, but we did gain, or we will gain a lot. Tuning level up and driver level are up. We will have gained a lot in terms of, I hope, what's it called? What was the? I'm trying to remember the thing with the betting stuff was doing skill, rank, point stuff, whatever. Tires have gone up to level 1. Cool. Ranking points. There we go. That's what I meant. Ranking point. I'll remember all of it. There's so many different bloody statistics and points to go through. So we are now week 2. We're up to 940th in the ranking. We can now join RIV. Woohoo! We've recovered 66 and 2 points. I bumped into a little bit too much stuff that time around. Want to really try and keep it out of the wall. Change car. No, okay. I wondered if it would show me like include the recently unlocked ones. List. I think I want to go. Oh no! Don't want to do that. Okay. Right, we want to get our new car. Here it is, Aristo V300. So this is a C class, and we've been driving E classes up. How on earth is it fair that we got this thing? 276 horsepower, 450 torque. How is that fair going up against? That is Newton meters rather than foot pounds or pounds foot, whichever way around it is. Yeah. Anyway, I quite like the blue. We haven't really had a chance for an orange car yet. Ooh, huh? Okay. Maybe actual like automatic gearboxes are done like proper. Or that's oh wait, week 3. Did it take a week to change car? Really? Well, we recovered in 2 points, so I'll say that is the longest car. Oh no, wait. Return to title. No, I don't want to do that. I want to join a race. That is the longest change of car in history. Like, was it? In Formula E, they change cars. It's like 20, 30 seconds they do in the pit lane. I think it has to be a certain amount of time. But right, so we can go. Okay, so we can go. Up to our. I'm not sure. Are we okay? So we're in. Okay, right. This is the RN stuff, and that's the RIV stuff. I think. Little bit of a faff working through. Oh no, wait, hold on. L2. Okay, now so you can kind of cycle through as well on your own, sure. So we should absolutely muller the competition in all of these, in theory at least. This one looks like we're racing in a cave. Is there off-road racing? Maybe there's so much to choose from here. Wait, am I in I'm not. Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm doing things wrong. I'm thinking that the one that's flashing is the one that I'm. Okay, I think this means we're in RIV mode now because this is novice challenge and this is something different to challenge. So I'm thinking this might be something different that we can go and competing. Oh, there are real circuits. Tsukuba is here. Okay, so there's a mix. Shall we go race in a desert? It doesn't know how long it is, and there's a lap. Sure, bugger it. Let's go. Let's give it a try. Yes, let us go and take our car against a Honda. Yeah, we are going. I say we're going to murder it. I probably shouldn't say that because I'm going to cock it up, and we're going to cause ourselves a lot of trouble here. So we are going to go and race in the desert. So there's off-road racing as well. There is some proper circuits. I don't know how many. This is like the easiest kind of possible thing to be racing against, really, for me in this car. Now that we have got a relatively quick car, I should probably focus on making sure I don't do any unnecessary dumb things like losing the Enthu points. I'm not quite sure what, like, it said automatic or semi-automatic. I'm not sure. Does it? Maybe it will change up for me if I'm not doing it myself, possibly. I mean, it allows me to change down or change up. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's give that a test, shall we? No, okay, so it doesn't seem to make any blind bit of difference what I selected on there. This is it's not even, well, I say it's not really not even a rally stage. I mean, yeah, it's sort of, we've got gates to be going through rather than actually on a rally stage per se. Quite like that, actually. Again, it's just all of these sort of more like a, I was going to say like a Dakar rally, not quite. I'm trying to think of what a good comparison would be. Oh, sudden oversteer from the car. I don't know what happens if we go the wrong side of the gates either, whether we get a time penalty added on or whether we have to go back and go through the right way. I'm not planning on particularly finding out at this moment in time. We haven't had a split time come up either, so maybe the agile little Honda is doing very, very well behind us. I'm actually really struggling to put power down in this car. We're just spinning the wheels. It is not particularly well suited. Now we're just going out into the... I am impressed with the variety. I mean, that one race definitely looked like it was taking place through a cave. This, we're just kind of blasting through the desert, following some checkpoints. Yeah, the variety in terms of places to go racing is quite impressive here. I don't know what the meters... Is that meters to the car behind? It could be. For all I know, it could be. I should probably have been changing up gear. Or we should probably be braking as well, unless we want to end up in what looks like a very fancy palace. Oh, that's a very, very, very big oversteering moment. And I held it! Oh, crap. No, careful with putting power down. Or at least more careful with putting power down. I'm amazed I didn't spin out. I think that the distance may be to the car behind, actually. Come to think of it. Oh, God. This whole driving on sand is you know, the physics are pretty damn good, I gotta say. It is very noticeable that we are now driving on this sort of a surface compared to the last couple of races. Yeah, the handling is pretty damn good on this game. I'm guessing because we're only racing against one car, if/when, I'm hoping it'll be a when we win this race, it will mean that I get the Honda... Oh, no, it won't be, because I've already unlocked that car, won't it? Yay, completed it in 3 minutes. I spied... Oh, please tell me there are Dakar trucks in this game. That would be amazing. Yes, I want a Dakar truck. I want a Dakar truck. That will probably be like really late game stuff. I did see on the box, I think there are rally cars around, or maybe that was in the loading screen somewhere. I think rally cars are a distinct possibility either way in this game. So tuning leveled up on my car, as has my driver level. So we've got a higher Enthusia point cap and quicker recovery rate, etc. Yay, what have we upgraded here? Is it... Okay, it is weight. I don't know whether this is like the same for every car or whether it will do them in a random order. Possibly. And we're going to get not a huge amount in terms of points, 28 points. So our rank has increased a little bit by 15. We're up to 925. Okay. Shall we do one more race? We'll do one more race to finish off. Let's go and have a look and see. I think getting this car so early on has given me kind of quite a big advantage in many ways. Oh, shall we go do a night race? Admittedly, it is a little bit easy. This one here looks like it might be a little bit more of a challenge. Or, yeah, or do we want to go for a night race? But, you know what, we'll go for a bit of a challenge. We'll go for a bit of a challenge here. So, we have got, okay, Seville STS. Don't really know what that is. Sylvia Specker, an S15, a S600L, an Impreza, and another Impreza to be racing up against. Sure, let's go. So it's going to be a little bit of a tougher time. Not as tough for a time as it is for the Seville, but not completely plain sailing. Again, I've now got a faster car, and yeah, we're still going to be towards the front of the grid. So I haven't had a huge amount of, I guess, experience with how these AIs race, because I've beaten everyone to the first corner and then run away, even against the odds sometimes. So I mean, if we can keep that up, it makes my life easy in terms of winning, but not so much in terms of, well, testing the game. Also, the camera annoyingly doesn't stay looking at the particular camera view that I want. Right. Run away into turn one. It might be a little bit more difficult. It's quite a long run into turn one, and the Mercedes has buggered off completely past us. So that's going to make my life a little tougher. We're going to go around the outside, though, of the Mercedes. The Mercedes is a little bit of a coward, and we are going to regain the lead. Now, we've got to try and not do anything silly with these fast corners. This looks like a dangerously fast racetrack, but I'm going to be thinking a corner is flat out in, approach it at really high speeds, and then realise quite quickly that it is not a corner that is flat out in, and I've lost all of my momentum completely coming into here. And then we've got a very, very big slide from our car. Oh, Mercedes is... Oh, no, that's not the Mercedes. Sylvia has come streaking past. Okay, we'll get some airtime, as you do, in the middle of a race. Can I take this line? That's not a... Okay, game's not telling me off. Yes, I can. Ooh, hello, Nissan. We've lost a little bit of points. We're going to brake quite nice and late, and then we're going to really chuck the car in, and that's not quite going to have worked. Come on, got to get to full throttle. Oh, I'm thinking the track's going a different way. Now I've got a chicane to worry about. The... One thing I have found with all of these old games, they really do like to be very, very dark. They really do like the darkness, especially with the tunnel. What was it, the Stuntman game I was playing, the first Stuntman? There was a bit where it goes into a tunnel and it's just completely and utterly pitch black, which is, or not tunnel, it was a warehouse or whatever. So yeah, these oh crap, I'm not changing up gears like a moron. Okay, we might not be able to take a victory this time out. Might not quite be able to achieve that one. Partly down to some poor driving and not changing of gears does not help matters. Oh, come on! I'm trying to take I'm trying to be brave, but I don't want to be ending up in the wall. We have got a fairly nice, sizable gap. Oh, that's horrible through there. I was thinking the track was the other part. I don't know why. Well, to be fair, I have only done one lap around here. I'm hardly going to have memorised the place completely. Yeah, the way that the motorway barricaded off bit kind of goes, I was thinking that was the way that I was supposed to be heading. It was not. We're around there, a little bit bumpy around there, but we have made it. Throw the car at this corner here. I've gained a little bit on the Sylvia. I don't know if it's going to be too little, too light. I think it could be. I am flat out through the chicane this time, but yeah, I don't think there's really much I can do. I wonder if turn in. I've got the. Oh no, get off the wall. I got the back end stepped out on me, and we found our way in the wall. I wonder if the little arrows are telling me where I should be positioned in the road. I think they are, actually. Again, that's a different way of doing a sort of suggested driving line. I wouldn't say I disliked it. I think that's a fairly interesting way of doing it. Anyway, in terms of the finish, we would get second place. Couldn't quite catch the Sylvia. Made a little mistake on that final corner that really cost me there. So we've got, I assume, 4 cars to unlock, and we'll get a decent haul of points from our sort of difficulty rating, if you like, in that one. Yeah, there were some dumb mistakes in all of that. I bumped a wall a couple of times. So, yeah, about that. Let's not look at the maps too much. Just need more practice with these circuits, really. Exit from that, and we will play my... Okay, no, so if you do complete the race, you get any... Okay, I was expecting it to not give me cars that beat me, but we can still win any car. Okay, so does it... I wonder if it matters where you... imagine you must have to... Hey, we got an Impreza! Imagine you must have to finish, surely, in the top 4, because they're the only ones that score points. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Either way, we have got a new car. I've got an A-class car now. Look at that. I will take that indeed. Much better choice for when it comes to the rally. We didn't get fastest lap. We did get some points. We lost a little bit for collisions with the fence. Car, we did not level tuning up on the car. We did level up driver though. Woohoo! We got some more sort of max Enthusia points, but we will have lost a little bit. There are too many collisions in that. Gained some more ranking points. I'm liking this game. I've got to say, I'm liking the way the career mode is structured. It is quite different to sort of competitors of the time. I love the random car raffle at the end. I think that's fantastic, and the odd system for, you know, running slower cars but just getting a 4th place can be enough to give you as many points as running a quick car and winning the race. I quite like that as a system. I do quite like that. Yeah, a really interesting game. Glad I have got to play it. Thank you for suggesting it to me. I really do quite like it, and by the looks, there are some rather interesting cars. However, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.